AI Hire uses behavioral and cognitive data to help you cut down on guesswork and wasted time when hiring, so you can focus on finding and retaining the best possible talent. In this video, you'll learn how to create a job, set a job target, send assessments to candidates, and more. The Hiring Center is your homepage in Hire. Within the Jobs tab, you can search for existing jobs, sort by name or creation date, or send assessments to candidates for a particular job. To copy or delete a job, click the Actions button to the right of Send Assessments, then pick the relevant action. The Candidates tab within the Hiring Center shows the candidates you have permission to view. If you're an organization admin or your Hire product access level is admin, you will see all candidates in the system. If you don't have administrative privileges, you'll only see candidates associated with jobs you have ownership permission for, or jobs you have permission to view. You can search for a specific candidate by name or by job, or you can filter to see candidates and jobs you own. Under Actions, you'll see additional prompts, such as the ability to move a candidate to a different job. Click on a candidate's name to view their details. Creating a job allows you to see how a candidate's behavioral and cognitive results align with the job requirements that were set for the position. To kick off the job creation process, click Create New Job. Enter a job title and hit Continue. You'll be asked to set a job target. A job target consists of two components, a behavioral target, which represents the suggested behavioral traits for this role, and a cognitive target, which captures the recommended level of cognitive ability based on role-related skills. Please note that the behavioral target is required to build a job target, while the cognitive target is optional. When you're creating a behavioral target, you'll see three options on the left. Choose a PI benchmark, which lets you generate a target based on existing job data. Create a custom target, which lets you and other stakeholders align on a target by selecting key characteristics. Or model after a top performer, which creates a target based on the behavioral assessment results of an employee already in this role. Let's create a custom target. We have several stakeholders for this job, so we'll make our custom target a collaborative target. Enter email addresses for up to 5 stakeholders. You can also include yourself as a contributor, giving you up to 6 voices to help inform your target. When you hit Continue, each person will receive an email inviting them to complete a job assessment. Here, I'm asked to provide my feedback on the job's requirements. Choose between 6 and 14 characteristics that are critical to success in the role and hit Next. You'll also be asked to provide feedback on the cognitive requirements of the role. We'll cover the cognitive target in greater detail in a moment. Once the job assessment is complete, you'll see your feedback reflected within Hire. The Manage Inputs screen allows you to show or hide behavioral inputs from different contributors. As new inputs are added or hidden, the suggested behavioral target will recalculate. The job owner can click View Contributor Selections to see which characteristics each contributor selected, a helpful way to gain alignment among stakeholders. You can modify the behavioral target by dragging the sliders under each behavioral factor. Click Save Changes to push updates live. Now that we've reviewed how to send the job assessment to stakeholders and manage behavioral inputs, let's look at the cognitive side of the equation. Within the job assessment, you'll be presented with a list of cognitive items and asked to select the minimum level of skill required for the role. Complete this and your input will show up on the cognitive target page. All stakeholders can provide cognitive input, but only those with cognitive access can view and manage those inputs. As with the behavioral target, you can show or hide cognitive inputs from different contributors. As new inputs are added or removed, the suggested cognitive target will recalculate. You can also move the cognitive target to fine-tune it. Click Save Changes to push your updates live. The Job Ad Optimizer is an optional but recommended step in the Hire process. It's located within a job under the Job Ad Optimizer tab. Copy and paste your job ad, then click Analyze. The Job Ad Optimizer will examine the language and show how the content compares to your behavioral target. Read the suggestions on the right and consider adding the proposed words to your job ad. Repaste a new draft, then click Save and Recalculate. As you iterate, you'll see the job ad content get closer to or further from the job target. It may take time to strike the right balance. However, the effort will result in a stronger job ad, one that is better designed to attract candidates with the behavioral traits you're looking for. Once your job target is set, you can begin to assess candidates. If you're ready to do so after you've set your job target or used the Job Ad Optimizer, go to the Candidates tab and click Add Candidates. You can also send assessments from the Hiring Center in the Actions panel of the job you're recruiting for. In both instances, you'll see two options: Send from PI or Share a link. Sending from PI is useful if you're only sending a few assessments and don't want to draft an email. Simply select the assessments you'd like to send, enter a candidate's name and email, and hit Send. PI will do the rest. If you're assessing many candidates at once and want to customize the experience, we recommend sharing a link. You can set notification settings, modify the URL, and even redirect assessment takers to a landing page such as your company's website or careers page. Once you're happy with your settings, click the Copy Link button to copy it to your clipboard. You can then post it in an email or wherever you're communicating with your candidates. The Candidates tab within the job page shows any candidates who have completed their PI assessments. Any candidate with completed assessments will have a corresponding fit rating for each assessment. The behavioral fit rating shows how the candidate compares to the behavioral target, while the cognitive fit rating shows how they compare to the cognitive target. While just two pieces of the hiring puzzle, these ratings help you identify potential candidates. As you work through the data, you can use the bookmark feature to tag candidates of interest. Clicking on a specific person brings you to their candidate page, where you can reveal their full profile. On the About tab, you'll see their behavioral pattern and behavioral report. On the Job Fit tab, you'll see how this person's behavioral and cognitive data compares to the job target you've set. Once you're familiar with your candidate's potential strengths and caution areas, head to the Interview Builder. Here you'll see interview questions designed to explore this potential alignment or misalignment. If you're not seeing a question you'd like to ask, you can also write your own. When you're ready to share with the interview team, click the Actions button next to the candidate's name and download their full insights packet. This will download a PDF containing the candidate's behavioral and job fit data along with your interview questions. You can also download just the candidate's behavioral report. Use these resources to prepare for the interview with confidence. Once you've selected your new hire, you'll want to indicate that you've hired them. From the candidate's screen, click the Actions button, then click Mark as Hired. You can also mark them as hired from the Jobs Candidates page or from the Candidates tab within the Hiring Center. Marking someone as hired isn't just a visual aid. It also ensures your new hire remains in the PI system as an employee. And if you subscribed to PI Perform, marking as hired lets you seamlessly generate a one-on-one workspace between the new hire and their manager so they can kickstart their working relationship. If at any time you'd like another person to have view or edit access to your job, use the Share function. Click into your job from the Hiring Center, then hit the Share button at the top of the page. Enter the email addresses of anyone you'd like to share with, then select whether to grant view or edit access. From here, you'll also see who already has access to this job and can modify their permissions as needed. Confirm by clicking Share Job. They'll receive an email notifying them the job has been shared with them. Please note that if a person does not have hire access, this will give them access.